What up guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here today with a kind of updated video on a topic that you guys ask me about all the time. I did one a year or two ago and oh my god, fetus me looks a hot mess. I don't even know what I was thinking that day with my makeup. So A, for vanity reasons, and B, for information reasons, I wanted to update that video and bring you macros for dummies. How to calculate your own macros for weight loss, why you should use them, what they are. I'm going to give you guys everything that you need to know. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you like it and hit subscribe to my channel so you guys don't miss out on any of the cool content that will be coming up. But let's just get into macros. So firstly, what are macros? Macros basically stands for macronutrients. Usually when we look at food and we look at labels on food, most people are just going to go straight to the calories. And nobody tends to look at all the other information on the back of the label. And that other information is macro or micronutrients. Macros, which are macronutrients, are just simply the carbohydrates, the protein, and the fat. And what you can do is, it's really cool, is you can play around with those three specific macros in order to help you reach your goals, be that weight loss, be that wanting to build more muscle. I totally wish that I had started looking at my macros earlier. I guess I was just lazy and I just thought it was bro science and like the type of thing that those guys at the gym, you know, the ones who are like, oh, lifting all those weights. I thought it was something that only they did, or people in fitness shows. But I think it is so useful for the regular everyday man or woman, simply because if you're not dieting, and you guys know I believe it's just a healthy lifestyle, by calculating macros, you can kind of tailor your diet to see what foods you can include and what foods you can miss out on. And you can eat in a way where you can eat every single food group, but you can still be hitting macros in order to lose weight or fat or build muscle. It just gives you so many more options with your diet. I have pizza every single Friday and it does not count as a cheat meal. Why is that? It's because I've calculated my macros and I have found a pizza that fits my macros, so it is not technically a cheat. So now that I have your attention, I mean, doesn't pizza get everyone's attention? How do you calculate your macros? What should they be? If you think of it, you want to think of a pie chart, and the most common macro split is to have a 40-30-30 split. 40% of your diet being carbohydrates, 30% being fats, and 30% being protein. It just makes things really easy when you're first of all starting out. That's what I first of all ate too. But I'm going to tell you guys how you can create your customizable macros because it's so easy. So grab your calculator and let's get to calculating macros. The first step is you're going to want to find the number of calories that you would have to eat to in order to maintain your current weight now. I know. You're thinking, how the hell do I do that, Amy? Never fear, this is the easiest part. I am going to have a link below to a calculator where you can do just that. Hit up that link and put in your information, and that will tell you how many calories that you need to eat to every day in order to maintain the weight that you are now. Now, if you're not in weight loss, great. You can stick with that number, and that is the number you're going to work with in order to create macros. If you're in weight loss, what you're going to want to do is subtract calories from this number that you're given in order to create a deficit, because basically fat loss and weight loss is calories in versus calories out. The first macro that we're going to look at is the most important macro to me personally. It is protein. In my opinion, it is the most important macro because not only can it help you build muscle, which I mean is great, we all want to be more toned, but at the same time, it is the only macro that can help you lose weight and that speeds up your metabolism and actually burns calories without you having to do anything, even lifting a pinky finger. And that is because protein has to go through this process of digestion 2 times, which means it's burning more calories. Burning more calories is of course an efficient thing to do. That's what you need to do to lose weight. The general rule of thumb for how much protein you want to eat a day is 1 gram of protein for every 1 pound of body weight that you carry. So let's look at my body weight. I weigh anywhere between 126 and 129 pounds. Let's take the highest of that weight. Let's go with 129 pounds. That would mean I would want to eat 129 grams of protein a day. That can seem high and it can be hard to hit at first, but for me personally, I would never go under 100 grams of protein. Of course, if you are overweight, like when I was 212 pounds, you're not going to eat 212 grams of protein. Don't worry about it. So what you're going to want to do is take your goal weight or take a weight that is lower, your first goal weight, and you can use that. The next step is to quantify that in terms of calories. Each gram of protein has 4 calories in it, so you're going to do a little bit of math. You're going to take the number of grams of protein, so in my case 129 grams, and you're going to multiply that by the 4 calories, and that is going to give you, the resulting answer will be how many calories of protein that you want to try to eat in your diet every single day. So that means that in my diet every day, 516 calories worth of my total calories of that day should be protein. Pretty easy, huh? So let's move on to the next macro, that is fat. A lot of people have the misconception that if you are trying to lose weight, or even if you want to build muscle, the last thing we want to eat is fat. That is a huge mistake. Fat is a really important macronutrient too. There are also a lot of healthy fats that you can eat, like whole nuts, avocados. Those kind of foods are great for you. So to calculate your macros for fat, the general rule of thumb is that you should eat between 0.4, hello sun, and 0.5 grams of fat per body weight. When I calculate my macros, I always calculate on the lower scale of things just because I don't eat or need a lot of fat in my diet. I like to go with the bare minimum, but you can go with 0.5 if you would like. Now, each gram of fat is about 9 calories. Again, a great rule of thumb. So you're going to want to take the answer that you just got and multiply that by 9 in order to get how many calories of fat you can eat per day. Usually every day I tend to eat lower than that in fat, but that is how much. That is the maximum number of calories per day I should be getting from fat. So if I take the number of calories of protein that I should be eating per day and add it to the number of fat, I am at 980 calories. Basically, the remaining amount of calories that you can eat per day, depending on the first number that you created, which is the number of calories that you can eat per day so that you're not gaining weight, that is however many carbohydrates you can have. I would encourage you that the carb calorie allowance in your diet, you choose to spend your carb allowance on things that are whole complex carbs as opposed to simple carbs that don't have any nutritional value and that just spike your blood sugar and then in turn make you gain fat, because too many carbs in your diet just get stored as fat. I don't think a no carb diet is sustainable for weight loss because, like I said, carbs are in almost anything, and then if you cut them out, once you bring them back into your diet, inevitably you're going to put on weight. So yeah, that is basically how you can calculate macros. Now don't think that these numbers are like gospel, it's like the Bible. This is all you have to eat for. Oh my god, I got these numbers, I gotta hit them every day. You can tweak them, you can lower your carbs, your fat, higher your protein. You can just switch them around depending on the goals that you have in mind for your body. People get so crazy about these macros and thinking that you have to count every single calorie that goes into your mouth and every single macro, and oh my god, I gotta look at everything. Just do the best you can. There is nothing that you need to stress out about. I mean, let's just face it. I'm trying to build a little bit of muscle and be as toned and as lean as I can be, but I'm not trying to be the next Miss Olympia. So I don't need to be that hardcore. I can just do the best I can. But yeah, I hope that was easy for you guys. Wasn't that easy? I hope you guys were able to all create your own macros. I hope this was helpful for you because I am always being asked about macros. So let me know what you guys thought about this video. If you have anything else to add, leave it down below because this is an amazing community. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe again, and I will be back with a new video in a couple of days for you guys. Bye.